Hello. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Just a quick check. Can you all see me and hear me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Great. Thank you so much. First of all, welcome to the session. We at I'm Zoya, and I'm part of Square SQL Consulting, which is sponsoring today's session of management, today's and the upcoming session of management with movies through movies. And we would like to thank each one of you who have joined us today at to learn from what we have from this movie. The movie for today is Penalty, which was released last year in July. And we have Jimmy Jain himself who will be taking us through the learnings of this movie. Thank you once again, and over to you, Jimmy.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Zoya. And I'm feeling very excited to kickstart the management through movies now. We as an organization, we do a lot of work on consulting and we do a lot of work with the corporates. And we realize that a lot of times, even though we go for, we get into the entertainment question in terms of movies, what is it that we could, or what would the life look like if we are looking at movies from the lens of a learner, something which we can learn, something which we can imbibe. So that's how we are starting this management through movie series. It would be a fortnightly affair. Every second and fourth Saturday, 4 to 5, we will meet. And in the event, somehow you are not able to join the live telecast or the live session, you can always go to our YouTube channel and the recording will be uploaded there. So what I'm doing is right now I have put up in the chat window the link to the YouTube channel where it will be relayed once the session gets over. Now, what we're going to do is today we're going to talk about the movie called Penalty. But mind you, this is not a session in which we will critically analyze the movie. We are not here to review the movie. That is the job of others. Our job is to see the movie and see if we can learn something from there. So that's a very simple 1-point agenda what we have. Now, sports is a great leveler. I'm sure a lot of you who have joined in today must have played some sport at some point of time or the other. And sport movies, the theme is revolving around sports, really generates a lot of interest and a lot of curiosity. So while we were looking at this movie Penalty, which is based on the sport of football, okay, we will look at the storyline. We will see what can we learn, and then we will have a QA session. Even though we say that it's a movie which is based on football, we will not Yes, I believe there was some technological challenge and I was just thrown out of the movie, sorry, the session, the management through movies. Now I am back, some glitch, which I'm sure is managed. Yeah, so I'm back and I'm glad that I'm back in no time. Thank you so very much. But these are certain things, which are beyond our control, sometimes do with technology. So as I said, we will talk about the storyline. We'll look at the learnings from the movie and Q&A session. And again, to sound repetitive, we are not doing any review, any recommendations, whether you should watch a movie or not. Now, let's talk about the movie Penalty. This is actually streaming right now on Netflix as well. Now, the movie revolves around a gentleman by the name Lukram Smil, who hails from Manipur. and he has the ambition to play football for India. And for this reason, what he does, he takes an admission into a college which is in Lucknow called SRMU, because that college has a reputation that they are producing the football or the football players who can play for India. He goes there, and unfortunately, he becomes the victim of insider versus outsider debate, wherein even though he reaches late when the trials are over, however, the assistant coach sees potential in him and he includes him into the team. Now, what happens is, as he's included and as they are practicing, uh, there was a friendly match which was played, and in that match Lukram did not play well, and his team started to abuse him and they started to blame him, so much so that he was also physically attacked. And at what happens is, even though the head coach, which is played by KK Menon, he knows in his hearts of hearts that Lukram is talented and is deserving, yet he did not select him. As I said, he becomes a victim of insider versus outsider debate. And what happens over there is that when Lukram goes back to his village, so to say, when he quits, he comes across something very interesting, which propels him to go back and pursue his goal to be a footballer. And that's where the film takes a very interesting turn. And that is where I'm going to share with you few things, or so to say, few lessons from the movie. And are there any lessons from the movie? Well, I would say there are a few, right? Now, what those could be? Typically when we see, the movie beautifully encapsulates these four things. Typically what defines you and me: our talents, our passion, our inspirations, and of course the mediums available to ensure that we are able to achieve them, right? So the first thing is typically follow your passion. Now, Lukram, when his roommate, the gentleman who plays the roommate for Lukram, he asked him, why is that you have left Manipur and come all the way to play football in Lucknow? At that point of time, Lukram says, it's just because of a dream I have, I am here. Now, a lot of people probably you tell others, or somebody must have told you to follow your passion. But the question is, how do you find your passion? Or so to say, how do you identify what you are talented at? Because the way I look at it is, there is a role and there is a soul. Now, if your soul and your role are in sync, you automatically have your passion. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to share with you some of the questions which can help you to identify what your passions are. What do you yearn to learn? What are those activities which you enjoy or which you really like to learn? Okay. What are the moments of your subconscious brilliance? Whenever we work, whenever we do some activity, there are times when we also don't realize that we do a fantastic job, which actually is, surprise to us as well. Have you encountered any of those things, so to say, your subconscious brilliance, right? When was the last time you totally lost track of time? And that's where you say you're in your flow. You did something and suddenly you realized, oh my God, it's just 3 hours have passed by. I didn't even realize. You were totally into your flow. What comes naturally to you? What are those things? You just learn it once and stays with you forever. And the fifth part is, what gives you the kick and what is that you look forward to doing it again? There's a very, apart from these 5 things, there's a very beautiful dialogue in the movie when the coach is asking the students, why do you play football? You enjoy it, right? So play it with your heart. Enjoy it, right? So that's the first thing which I would like to mention in terms of follow your passion. The second thing is pretty interesting. It's pretty hard hitting to people, who have tasted success. What happens is, lesson number 2 is raise the bar always, continuously. What makes you different? Now, when coach, which is the coach Vikram played by the KK Menon, he asks his team, from how many of you, although the people who were practicing, all the players, he said, how many of you think they are the best? And then he said, if you think you are the best, which means it's a full stop, because there is nothing above the best. And then he goes on to mention that all the players which this college has produced, they were not the best, but they always yearned, or they always ensured that they become better and better and better from what they are. As I said, sports is a great leveler. An example which I can share with you is of Sergei Bubka. I'm sure some of you know him, the Russian pole vaulter. He broke his own record 35 times. 17 times indoors, 18 times outdoors. Look at the kind of the spirit of enterprise Sergei Bubka must have shown. There's another example I can give you again from sports. Jesse Owens. We all know that he won 4 gold medals in 1936 Berlin Olympics. In fact, a movie called by the name Race is being played on Netflix as well right now. You can go and watch in case if you wish. But that's not the case. Here it is not about the gold medals he won. Now, when there's a beautiful instance, when he was going in for his last jump, so all the long jump runners, the participants get 3 chances for their medal quest. Jesse Owens, who was representing United States, was put up against an athlete from Germany. And the first jump which the German athlete makes was a foul. And the second one, he injures himself. Jesse Owens has already done better than what his competitor was doing. But this gentleman, the athlete from Germany, walked up to Jesse and said, "Could you please finish your last jump?" And in that last jump, Jesse Owens actually created a world record, even though he had won the gold medal. I mean, he could have said, fine, there's no need for me to jump again. So remember, are you the best? Because if there's nothing above the best, ensure that you become better and better, continuously evolve on what we are doing. Yep. Third and interesting thing, chase your dreams. I'm sure this sounds very cliche, but yes, this is very critical and very important in this context of the movie. And as our late President Abdul Kalam had said, dreams are not something which you see in your sleep. Dreams are something which will not let you sleep. And what I say is, you don't need support. All you need is courage to fulfill your dreams. So when Luke Ram got physically abused and he was, he didn't like it. He ran away, went back to his village in Manipur. Now, the gentleman you can see on the screen is the coach in Manipur where Luke Ram used to play. So Luke Ram walked up to his coach and said, "Coach, you are my coach and this is my ground." And this coach was surprised. He said, "What happened to you, Luke Ram? And why did you come back?" And then he shared the entire story. And what he does is he said, "Okay, just hold on. Don't say anything." He calls the entire football team who was practicing. And he introduced Luke Ram without telling his name, that here's this gentleman. He's also one of my students. He used to play in the same ground, but right now he is studying in SRMU and practicing football there. Suddenly the team said, "Oh, you know Luke Ram?" Luke Ram was a little surprised. He said, "Yes, but what happened?" He said, "Whoa, he's our hero because he's the one who's going to represent India one day." And while this conversation was going on, the coach said, "Okay, guys, please go and start playing football." Now, Luke Ram was a little perplexed. He asked the coach, "Coach, why have you not told them I'm Luke Ram?" At that point of time, the coach said, "I will never tell them that you are the Luke Ram, and you will also not tell them that you are Luke Ram. For a simple reason, because the Luke Ram we know is our hero, and you have come back as a loser. I don't want them to see you quit. So please don't tell them." That really hits this young lad, Luke Ram, and he starts to think, what am I doing? He comes back home. His father also tells him that you always run away from the problem instead of focusing it. Yeah. And the next lesson is what makes you different. And as I said, Penalty movie spreads a very inspiring message by asserting that the way out of an ordeal is not running away from the situation, but rather running towards it. And that's where Luke Ram comes back to Lucknow and he says to his parents, "This time I'm not running away, but I'm running towards the problem." He comes back, and the gentleman you can see, in the green jacket here is the assistant coach Siddharth, who develops a liking for Luke Ram. Okay. And the gentleman in the center is working as a peon in one of the companies, but he's also a footballer. And he runs a football team by the name Street Army, people who are underprivileged children. And they are, so to say, even though they are there, they are not seen by the society. People probably who come from not so good backgrounds. Luke Ram joins that team and starts to play with them. The another thing which propelled me to look at penalties from the situation, it's your chance to win. I never looked at penalty as in, the act of penalty in the game. I never looked at whether it was football or hockey or anywhere you do take a penalty. It's your chance to win. And that forced us to understand life is always full of chance and choice. We always have a chance, and what we do of that chance becomes our choice. For example, in the movie, whether you want to kick from the left leg or from the right leg. Interestingly, the coach, even though he was aware that Loukeram is playing very well, he wanted to bring him down. And Loukeram plays from the right flank, which means he was more comfortable playing with his right leg. He sends Loukeram to the left flank, wherein he has to use more of his left leg. And unfortunately, he fails. That was the time when the assistant coach, who I just showed you the picture, he actually, in one of the practice sessions, asked the Loukeram, how do you run, on single leg or both the legs? The Loukeram said, of course, on both the legs. He said, if you can run on both the legs, why can't you play football from both the legs? Why can't you make your left flank stronger? And eventually he plays from left flank. That also tells us that, in life, you will find two sets of people. One who will say, whenever I have this, I will do that. When that will happen, this will also happen. And the second set of people is I can do this, I can do that, I have the ability to do this. Choice lies with us. Which side do you want to be? Do you want to say I am in haves, or do you want to say I am in the can? Right? The next lesson, is something which really helps us to identify who are we, which means, when an obstacle comes to us, can we identify what is the fall? Where is that there is a possibility I can fall, or where is the possibility, which will stall? What am I doing? Or the third one is the walls. What could be a wall? Now when I look at falls, stalls, walls, it also reminds me of another interesting thing, which I'm sharing with you in the next slide. How do you look at these three things? So the first one could be a brick wall. Sometimes brick wall is nothing but a genuine problem in front of us, which probably cannot be altered. For example, let us say if I work in financial world, is there any kind of regulatory requirement which has come in? Or for example, if I'm working, let's say in the pharma sector, right? There are certain do's and don'ts which I have to follow. So to say, policy constraints could be brick walls. Okay. Now, what could be my stalls? These are nothing but partitions. Partitions are those problems which can be managed through effort, some time, energy, effort, additional personal resources. Now think of a partition. We can put a partition somewhere. We can actually pick up the partition and take it anywhere else as well, right? So those are your second parts, the stalls. And the third one is a paper wall. Paper wall is, again, you must have seen in the sports movies, there is a paper wall and runners go and break that wall. These kind of mindsets are typically roadblocks until they are tested. They often look, we cannot penetrate them. They look impenetrable. However, the moment you touch that wall, it goes away. And there are so many beliefs which we carry in at workplace. Boss will not approve it. That will not happen. This will not happen. We don't even test it. And we get stuck with that, right? And the last lesson, which I want to talk about from this movie, is another interesting instance, which forces me to look at life as transference from neuroscience. Now, what happens is, when Loukeram starts to play from the street army, and the sponsors says that why can't we have some amount of noise around football? So the top team, which is SRMU, they were pitted against the team from the street army, in an exhibition match. Now Loukeram is playing against the SRMU through that street army. As he's going towards the goal, he gets an opportunity to kick. But before he could kick, one of the players from his opponent team or the opposing team, he falls down. Now Loukeram was stuck whether he should hit the ball and score the goal and make his team win, or he should help the injured player. Loukeram goes to take care of that injured player. And the moment he does that, the coach Vikram walks up to him, takes him inside and starts to talk with him. Now, remember, what we see, even though we say that we see through our eyes, yes, eyes are important, but when we look at what we are seeing, it gets filtered through our memory, through our brain, right? And as I was saying, the coach starts to explain that 20 years ago, exactly the same thing had happened. Another player had also done the same thing, wherein he was, what Lukram did in terms of helping some other injured player. That player 20 years ago also did the same thing. However, he was thrown out. He was told that you cannot be a part of the team because you lack that killer spirit, you killing spirit, you lack that winning ability, because you are there to help. Even though that will give you some fans, but it will not give you team selection. You are not fit to play for the country. Now, at that point of time, the assistant coach, he was also listening to the head coach. He said, that is all right, sir, but that is just one example. There could also be some other mistake that player must have done. Now, at that point of time, immediately Vikram says, I didn't do anything wrong. Which means this story, what he was saying, was not about anybody else, but for himself. He was that player who had exhibited that sportsman spirit to somebody else. And then he was told he's not fit to play for the country, even though he was the best footballer at that point of time. And he was carrying that grudge inside him over a period of time. And from that day onwards, he made that point. And there's a mention in the movie which said, it took me 20 years to gain supremacy in this game. Okay. And that forces us to look at transference. Now, when you say transference, we start to look people through the lens of the past. And we don't realize that when we relive resentments and unresolved memories, currently that has nothing to do with the person whom we are interacting with. And we need to ask ourselves, where is my lens of memory? Is this projection of who I am truly? And am I responding like or as someone who I know, knowingly or unknowingly, right? And this, my dear friends, I thought will please sum up in 20-25 minutes the learnings from the movie. Follow your passion, keep raising the bar, face the adversity, chase your dreams, chance versus choice, identify your fall, stall and wall, and the transference. We can have a quick question answer session now. You can tell me, you can raise your hand, you can have a chat with us. Tell me and I'll unmute you. Anyone? Thank you, Parul. I'm happy to see that you could join today. Yes, Arvindji, go ahead. 1 second. I'm allowing people to unmute themselves. Yes. Arvindji, you can ask a question. Go ahead, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. There was a page where there was a slide in which you were showing 3 things. One was the paper wall, one was the actual wall.
Yes.
So paper wall was fine, understood as you can just go through it. It's a perceived uncertainty rather than the actual uncertainty.
Right.
But what about the first wall when the actual problems are there?
I'm sorry, would you repeat your question again?
There were 3 kinds of wall. One was the paper wall, the other was a transferable wall, and the first one was the actual wall.
Yeah, I can go to that slide. Yes.
Yes, that is the category 1, the brick wall.
Yes. Brick wall, partition, and the paper wall.
Yeah. Any lesson as to how to take care of the brick walls?
Oh no, brick wall is something you can't change.
Okay.
Brick walls are like things which are unalterable, which you have to accept. You know, what we can also look at it is not all the problems are to be solved. Some of them are to be accepted as realities also.
Okay.
You know, for example, at this point of time, I mean, all of us are in lockdown, or the situation extremely bad around the world, right? Because of the virus, right? So brick wall is something which is there, which is something which can't be changed.
Roadblocks are really unalterable.
Yeah.
Can you manage to the first time?
Okay, this happens when you allow everybody to talk.
As the movie itself started, penalty.
Okay, so I have Mishra ji, unmute yourself in case if you wish to talk. Otherwise, we can move on if question is answered.
Fair enough. That is something I wanted to ask as well.
Yes, sure. Okay. Anybody else? Sabel, okay. You can also write in your chat.
Yeah, this is Lakshmikant. I have one question.
Yes, yes, Lakshmiji.
So this side and outside, okay,
Yeah.
because of this, he faced a lot of pain, and people are not accepting. How do you see? Okay, sometimes it happens when somebody join organization from external. Okay, so already those people who are in a senior roles, who have built the company or seniors, so they will not welcome the lateral hiring. So you throw
Can't
some
hear, Lakshmikanji, I can't hear
face
you
those kind of
clearly.
instances.
Can't hear you clearly, but the gist I could understand is when somebody joins the team
I'm
new. Could you text your answer on the chat window, please, because we can't hear you. Thank you, Nihal. I'm happy that you could join today. Isabel, yes, thank you. We have seen the movie a couple of weeks ago. Think these, yes, thank you so very much. I mean, there are so many things, you know, especially from the sports movies. We can draw so many parallels in our lives. Lakshmikanji, I'm waiting. If you can just send me the question in the chat window, I'll be more than glad to answer. But what I could hear, what I could preempt your question was, if the team is already established and somebody new joins that team, how does that person gets accepted? I think okay, so probably what I would say is that you should be able to show your value to the other person. Why are you doing so? So typically what I say is all of us will be able to see the what, which means what am I doing, but nobody will be able to see. Yes, so probably, yeah, so maybe I got a question correct. Nobody will be able to see my intent. The moment I am able to share my intent with others, you know, life becomes much better. Because at the end of the day, when we join an organization, right, all of the moment it becomes us versus them, it becomes very, very, it becomes a challenge for an organization or a team to move forward. But the moment we are able to see that us and, you know, that they or them is also becomes a part of us, that is where life becomes better. The only thing what we need to do is share the intent, that why you're doing what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepti.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jimmy, I had a question or a thought here about the unconscious bias which he's operating with for many, many years. There's a clear block, and he had that the same similar act being played right in front of his eyes for him to go back and say, yes, you know, I went through something similar, and then it operates at a very unconscious level. Sometimes we are not even aware. We could have a lot of biases which has impacted us from the past, and we start unknowingly hurting someone or saying something which is not appropriate, and we're not even aware. So any tips there as to the self-awareness part, right, which is extremely important. Anything you would want to share around it? I know it's not easy, and
no, well, I think half of the job is done the moment we start to analyze and realize that yes, I could also be a victim of this, right? So self-awareness, you know, it's not an easy thing. Neither it is to do with something to do with meditation or spirituality, or so to say, but it's a question which you need to ask yourself. You know, as I said, and let me take you back to that slide. Maybe these three things can actually help to begin with. Where is my lens of memory? You know, unknowingly in my coaching practice, I see a lot of times people get into that mode wherein if let's say the person who I admire, okay, for example, let me get the last person names on the chat window, Neha. Let us say Neha is somebody who I really admire. And if I'm stuck in a particular situation, I start thinking, what if Neha would do if she's encountering this kind of a situation? And I start looking an answer from there. Okay. What we typically say, that becomes a psychological Hellenism. Now here, the need is for us to understand that, am I mad with that? I think the moment I ask that question to myself, right, half of the job is done. And it's not easy. You may not get the answer though, because we may also have another bias which says the self-serving bias, you know what, I'm doing good, whatever I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the question here is being aware. And for somebody, the journey may be shorter. For somebody, the journey may be longer.
Superb. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Let me see if there is any other session. Neha
Yeah,
says,
we have a few questions in the chat, Jimmy. There are three
Yes.
prior to this.
Okay, could you read that for me, Zoya?
Definitely. The first question is by Mr. Shrikant Vardhan. He is asking you if compassion or killer instinct, which one should take precedence?
Okay. So if I may extend what you have just asked, compassion or killer instinct, remember in life, sometimes you have to be a farmer, sometimes you have to be a hunter. Okay. And if you pick up any, if you look at our history, especially if I talk about India, okay, you will realize that spirituality and bravery has gone hand to hand, together. For example, if you look at Bhakti Shakti, or which was probably which goes right from the in the Maratha history, or for example, if you look at Sikh history, it talks about Miri Piri, right? So it is both. So you should have an ability to look at both the things. You should be able to become a hunter. You should be able to become a farmer when the need arises. So you can't say that you can always be carrying the killer instinct. You should always say, while yes, compassion certainly helps. Compassion certainly helps, right? Zoya, we can go to the next question.
Yes, I hope we were able to answer your question, Srivardhan. The next question is by Neha. She's asked whether you could explain or elaborate a little on the have versus can scenarios.
Certainly. Okay. Now, have people are what we typically say is reactive people, which means they will wait for things to happen. Can people are those people who will make things happen. For example, I may say that whenever I will have this, whenever I will have a lottery of 10 crores, then I will start doing this. That is a have person. The other person could say, I can earn 10 crore rupees. That's the can scenario versus the have scenarios. And we need to ask ourselves, are we living in that have scenario, waiting for things to happen, or creating things? Right? Or are we living in a can scenario? To add one more line to that, Robert Kiyosaki, a very famous author, mentioned that in life you will come across two sets of people. One who will say, I cannot. Second, who will say, how can I? Choice is ours. Which side do we want to sit in? Do we want to say, how can I? Or do you want to say, I cannot? So that would sum up the have versus can scenarios.
Yep. Great. We have one more question from Miss Isabel Paul. Jimmy, if you have the time to spare, then would you be able to summarize the lessons on how harassment part was mishandled, what they could have and what they could have done better?
Okay, so I think the communication was the key. The problem with the team, when the harassment happened was the communication. There's another gentleman from the Northeast who never got mixed with the other teams, who was in third year. Lukram was in first year, if I go back to that movie. Had they, and they, both the sides, they never included each other. Which means when I say both the sides, people who are from Northeast and people who are from, let's say, the localites there. The communication is the key. And when I say communication is the key or could have been the key, I also prayed from my own life experience wherein when you do not explain things to people, when you do not set your expectations right, there is a possibility that we think that this fellow has to behave in this other or particular fashion without even realizing, have we shared our expectations? And let me make a statement here. I know I'm camera, but all the conflicts have their roots in communication or expectation mismatch. We do not share our expectation and we start expecting people to behave in one particular fashion. That's where it becomes a challenge. Yep.
Great. Mr. Shrikant Vardhan has a follow-up question to the compassion versus killer instinct.
Yes.
He's asked if he is correct in understanding that it is the context which will take precedence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could see that question. Yes. Absolutely, Shrikant. It becomes context-driven action. But having said so, our action are still centered in our beliefs. Remember that our actions are nothing but they are portraying what we believe in. Take a very simple example. Let's say if I have to get my haircut done, different parts of the week are closed in different parts of the country, depending on the kind of belief we have. Okay, so it's up to you. Yes, it becomes contextual action. But having said that, your actions are still grounded in your beliefs. So the follow-up answer to this could be, are you aware of what kind of beliefs we have? Are we aware of what kind of beliefs which are peripheral beliefs, or are we aware that what kind of beliefs are core beliefs? Now, what do you mean by core beliefs is beliefs which will never undergo a change. Peripheral beliefs may undergo a change. And next time, do not change your behavior, change what you will believe in, you will change what you do. Yep. Yes, Nihal, I will share that. I've shared that here right now. Okay, Zoe, any other questions?
Not that I can see. No, that's about all
so I can. Would you like to share this thought? When you have choice between being kind or being right, choose being kind. You will always be right. Absolutely right, Biola. Absolutely. And be kind, and I'm sure you can be kind always, all the time.
Absolutely, and I've seen that in my personal experience as well, Jimmy. It's never let me down.
Very nice. I'm glad to hear that. Would you like to share something quickly?
Maybe Biola, what Biola is saying, right? In a longer construct, being kind always proves to be right.
Absolutely, and the world is moving towards collaborating, right? And
yes.
It's not about competition anymore. It's more about how do we collaborate and work together, right?
Absolutely.
That's where we are heading, and we're seeing the benefits of all that.
Absolutely. Great. I hope you liked today's session. And if there are no more questions, I think we'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And we'll see you in the next fortnight. Meantime, what you could also do is, while the WhatsApp group says it is the admin only messages, but do send us the messages to the admins for any particular movie you wish to be included. We have a large library of close to about 300 movies which we have created. But it becomes easier for us to quickly go to our library and bring something out. In case, if you have any suggestions, feel free to write to us. Thank you so very much, everyone. I really appreciate your joining today. Take care, stay safe, and have an amazing weekend. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a nice session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. That was a nice session. Namaskaram to everyone.
Thank you, Mishra ji. Thank you. I'll close this meeting now.
Thanks, Jimmy. Navina.
Thank you. Navina, hi. Good to see you here.
Thanks, Jimmy. That was nice.
Thank you.
I'm going to get my team members also onto this.
Certainly. This video will be available on our YouTube channel.
Oh, nice. That's really nice. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you, Deepti. Thank you, Rajesh.